Evening and welcome once again to Gaming Under the Influence. I'm Mike here with Alex, coming to you guys from GreenDragonCVR in Woodbridge, Ontario, to talk to you about video games.
Oh yeah.
How are you?
Doing pretty good, man. How are you doing?
Not so bad. The sun is out. The weather is improving.
It is. It's been
Here
exciting.
in Southern Ontario, it's a fucking glorious sight to see. I do like this time of year.
It's not freezing anymore.
No. In fact, it's almost summer-like now.
Yeah.
Strangely. I hear we're going to get more snow on Monday, but for now I'm enjoying it.
I hope not. I already just switched my tires over.
Yeah, fuck. Yeah. I've been wearing shorts since November.
You've been wearing shorts all winter, so.
For me, it's all the same.
Yeah.
But, I've picked up Wild Hearts, as you know. A little bit late to the fucking party.
Yeah, kind of impromptu, just jumping into Wild Hearts.
Yeah, some friends and family have been playing it, so I decided to look into it, and I don't know why I had some initial, vaguely negative impression about it, but after looking into it briefly, I decided it was worth the time.
I think maybe it was more so the fact that, like you said, Atomic Heart, I think, released at the same day or the same week or something. Mm-hmm. And at that time was when we were still kind of sinking our teeth into Harry Potter and even Octopath, I think. Maybe, I don't know, I could be wrong. But it was just, it's been hectic since the start of the year, so we didn't jump in right away, and then, I guess better late than never, and here we are.
That's true,
right?
That's true. Of course, it's better late than never. I think I went and looked up the bosses. I do this all the games. I bosses on YouTube. I want to know what
the spoiler
for, And I saw in one of the videos, this guy, I guess he did a video of how you fight the same creature multiple times in different iterations for materials and stuff. But I was like, man, look at all the reused bosses.
Yeah,
so misunderstanding entirely what I was watching.
Yeah.
Right? I had this vaguely negative impression about the thing, but that's in fact not how it's organized. There's a fucking proper bestiary of monsters. It's a pretty impressive one. Yeah, they're cool. They're cool monsters, and it's got this floaty obviously not Souls-like, but when
Monster Hunter-like.
Monster Hunter it feels more more
grounded.
No, it's more lighthearted. There's levity to it.
Oh, okay. I see what you're saying.
This one has weird fucking celestial beings and fucking this guy with a mask who's probably an alien and shit like that.
Okay.
So it's got more of a.
So the tone is more towards a fucking Souls direction.
Yeah,
than,
I guess so. More a macabre fucking. Like a supernatural
weird
vibe.
And
Yeah, whereas at least the most recent Monster Hunters that I played, they were more lighthearted.
Very lighthearted, yeah.
The cats and the dancing and the fucking...
Yeah.
This doesn't have any of that shit,
The fanfare after you slay a monster.
I don't know.
Hear trumpets.
I do like the tone better in this one to start with, that does appeal to me. I like how it's more
it's a little more serious, right? Yeah.
More gravity in it. And I think, too, what's neat is that it takes place in a fictionalized version of Japan, overrun by these giant monsters and shit.
Yeah.
Like a Sekiro or a Neo,
Right.
Yeah, so I do enjoy that fucking aspect of it too, this alt history vibe. It's pretty elaborate too. They even have posited this place at a specific location in Japan and have devised the clan who's fucking responsible for governing it, and and this technology involving spirits that the guy who runs this special monster hunting city is involved with, Yeah, and I'm pretty sure you rebuild the city. Oh, there's so much to get into with this.
Yeah, there's
game.
a lot going on.
But I guess I just want to say, initially, as I just said with the tone, overall, it seems to me to improve on Monster Hunter in almost every measurable respect. I've only spent about 10 hours with it so far, and it's probably not that much in a game like this, but I did look into the bestiary, like I said, and I don't know. To me, that's what comprises a game like this, right? Fucking feels good mechanically, and it's got a lot of monsters to fight.
Yeah, there's got to be, I guess, a variation to, like you said, the enemies and the bosses, the monsters you're fighting, or else things get very stale very quickly, right?
Yeah. And, the question that anybody would ask, obviously, is why would I play this over Monster Hunter? And I think probably because, though it's, a Monster Hunter-like, in the same way many of the Souls-like games ape Dark Souls in most of their mechanical respects, but not only is it tonally different, like I just said, it's got a different kind of world building than Monster Hunter, but mechanically it totally fucking renovates the formula, in my opinion, right? You enter a map, which is not that different from a Monster Hunter map. Maybe it's more open worldy, actually, even more open worldy than Worlds, the first level that I've been exploring so far. And in Monster Hunter, you got to go out, locate and hunt the object of your fucking specific quest, right?
Right.
But here, there's Firstly, the ability to fucking climb, like in Breath of the Wild.
Oh, yeah,
Stamina meter. You can
Yep.
totally like interact with the environment in a way you can't in Monster Hunter, where it's like you're walking down hallways and paths.
Yeah,
right?
pretty much,
Like
yeah.
the road ends and there's some coral there. You can't walk into it. You know?
Yeah, the only thing Rise added was the what's it called? The grappling hook shot. Yeah.
That was pretty cool.
Which
actually.
was
that
a
was
sick addition to Monster
Yes,
Hunter, but
it was.
otherwise, yeah, the
because
movement
of the movement, exactly.
is more restricted than it is here in Wild Hearts. Yeah,
That's right, yeah. World was the most. Rise had a bit more movement involved, and I think here the cool thing is that I don't know. It's like a medley of so many different games. It's got like Death Stranding style building. It's not like you build like brick by brick as in Minecraft. You have a bunch of like, firstly, like amenities for your base, like a blacksmith and a place to refill your health items. But out in combat, out in the world, you can also build things like these radars to help you find the monster.
Yeah,
you can build fucking zip lines, bro. That fucking anywhere you can place them, and they can like anchor you anywhere, and you just ride along the fucking line. It's crazy.
That's cool.
And you can remove them afterwards at your leisure. It's not like you have to carefully place the network. You want to use one.
Do you get materials back?
Yeah,
through destroying it. Okay, I saw that you
they're
can.
cheap too. The materials are cheap. They're
Yes, yeah, you can farm it. It's everywhere. I saw that as far as that you can build like boxes and springs to like shoot you forward and shoot you up and
Those are
stuff like
basic
that.
ones.
Yeah.
Yeah, you have like that right when you pull up the menu. You have those two basic ones. I think there's one more I haven't discovered, and then you
can pull up
there's
the
sub-menu
menu.
with a
Yeah,
whole bunch of
with
shit.
all
You
of the
unlock
stuff.
those with this massive skill tree. I don't even know what they all are yet.
Oh,
Some are
man.
as simple as torches. Some are signs, but some are really functional shit in combat.
Yeah.
And some are like you unlock new patterns. Like there's, the first real kind of like boss encounter, I guess, with its own cinematic and shit. You get to use this fucking thing where you build like 6 boxes in a pattern, and it generates this gate. It summons a gate as the enemy's charging you, and it disrupts his charge.
Oh, sweet.
Yeah, so
okay, so you can even like craft stuff on the fly to like get you out of a jam. That's cool.
You're
stuff.
supposed to like build them in patterns too. That summon the. It's a fucking pretty cool system, and
neat. Yeah.
man, it really does make playing on the Monster Hunter maps feel fucking restrictive and chundery.
Yeah, right.
Like
See, that's the thing when you get into a game as like a genre and putting their own spin on it, right?
Like that. Yeah, you can move crazily, and you can build these like wind tunnels that just blast you up in the air, and you can float off in other directions.
That's cool.
And it's all kinds of crazy shit, dude. I'm very impressed with it in that respect, and I do think like I don't know how, like, this is an objective improvement to me.
Yeah, that's fair enough.
Interact with the world. Fucking, movement is always, like we talk about, an integral part of traversing an environment, and being forced to like go down like ramps to and fro is like never that fucking thrilling, right?
Yeah, it's just kind of the thing, right?
You're like, oh, there's a ramp, but I'm gonna build this zip line and fucking fly over
instead. Yeah.
It's amazing. So in that respect, it's super cool. I'm excited to see what else there is to discover, and the progression is very much like Monster Hunter.
Yeah, that's probably pretty
laid
much
out like
the
Monster
same,
Hunter.
right?
Yeah, with.
You have like the village you go to. Is there like sort of the common sort of area
There's like a blacksmith,
set up and prepare for?
And you progress your character by building better weapons and armor. You
right.
Have like a fucking level like you do in an MMO or a.
Is there more like story? Because I've seen some bits where you meet the girl and there's sort of
you have to save him. Yeah,
like there's like a monster attacking the village. It sounds like there's a little bit more in the like narrative and like lore tied to it than like even Monster Hunter, where it's kind of just
there is, I think,
you're kind of just doing stuff. It's almost like
so.
MMO like.
Monster Hunter does have like a fucking backstory, but it takes itself less seriously. This game takes itself more seriously
on the back foot.
It has like this whole fictional Japanese history and filled with monsters and stuff.
That's cool.
So,
it's always cool to see that there's more in the way of that, right?
As other people have remarked too, it's faster than Monster Hunter to play. It's faster,
With Monster Hunter, I remember a lot of the weapons being very, very slow unless you use like a basic sword or like one of the faster weapons, whatever, right? But I remember like, because I would always go for like a huge sword or like some massive fucking thing, and I was like, why is this so slow? And that's just the way it is. You have to learn how to use each weapon, right? Yeah,
stow it away and run and use it.
Maybe it's the same here. I'm not sure yet. I just crafted the big sword, but I didn't really get into it much after that. So I'll be happy to fucking jump in.
Here it's
and see how it goes.
I don't have that much experience with it yet, but I do just like the basic weapon. I have tried the bow, which is all right, very much like Monster Hunter.
Yeah.
I think the only thing they added out of the weapons I've seen so far that Monster Hunter didn't have is this like umbrella parasol fucking thing.
Oh yeah, I noticed that too after you mentioned it. That looks pretty cool.
Yeah. That's right, yeah.
Yeah, it looks like there's a lot to really dig in here, and enough to sort of make it stand out from Monster Hunter, right? And set it like kind of have it set its own path.
I think definitely
like
it stands out, but also like if you're just looking at it in terms of features and how they compare to each other, it's just seems like a more fucking well-rounded, perfected fucking vision of the formula, right? It's an objective improvement in this respect, you know? Maybe the graphics aren't as nice as World. If that matters.
If we had to say one thing, I guess to remark, as like a knock, I would say that it doesn't feel.
Game. It doesn't have like fucking crazy.
It feels more like, let's say, like a Neo game versus like a Dark Souls.
Yeah, exactly.
It doesn't have like a little bit of
graphical fucking fidelity. Yeah, but the art direction though carries it, bro.
Yeah,
it's got good art direction.
Very nice,
very distinctive art direction compared to World. Yeah. Again, it takes itself more seriously, right? I think World and Rise have like kind of just this goofier aesthetic, and the way the character stands and moves around is just kind of silly and lighthearted.
Yeah, a little bit. You get like the dog and the cat following you and stuff, and it's kind of I can see that like little lightheartedness more baked in, whereas this is a bit more of a serious tone. Which is always cool to see.
I think it is good, yeah.
Not that I hate or I like even prefer this over that. It's nice to just see different things, right? Rather than if they went and copied the tone even. Like they copied so much from Monster Hunter while also adding their own and shifting the tone. It feels worthwhile, right? Yeah. Rather than if they just straight up mocked it as like, what the fuck's the point, right?
Yeah, I agree.
So there's enough here to say that the game, despite being a Monster Hunter clone, has enough to stand on its own feet, right?
Yeah, I definitely like
something.
I fucking love clones, bro. I think this
I'm
whole
a fan lately too,
this
man.
kind of like fucking iteration upon a pre-existing thing, that we thought was its own individual. Now it becomes a genre. This is a great thing. Yeah,
it is really, honestly, it fucking great. Is.
I love
like
Souls.
We saw it with Souls. Yeah, we maybe still kind of hoping to see with Death Stranding. I think there was one game that we were talking about.
Yeah, it was a fucking Returnal meets Death Stranding looking fucking thing. Wasn't that the what was it called?
Was it Scars Above or no?
Yes, that
was it. Scars Above? Okay, I haven't played it, so I don't know.
It's supposed to be a Souls-like too, which is hilarious.
What the fuck?
Totally inspired by everything.
We took everything that's been good in the last 5 years.
But it's cool when somebody sees something works and they say, I have a concept to express with this matter, right?
Yeah.
Like some new way to fucking make people enjoy playing in this format, So
yeah, I'm not against it. I think it's
that's how we got all the other genres that we accept as fucking established, right? Like somebody made an FPS first,
True.
Some other guy copied him, right?
I mean, but we got to this point basically doing that.
Yeah. And on top of that, it's not the first Monster Hunter clone. There's also that God Eater game, right?
Oh, okay. Yeah. Less popular, but true.
Couple of them out there. Yeah.
Yeah.
Similar style.
Remember Soul
game.
Sacrifice on the fucking Vita? That was kind of like one, right?
That, yeah. Middle ground between Monster Hunter and Dark Souls.
And then what was that other one? The more modern looking one on the Vita that I think is kind of like same as Soul Sacrifice Monster Hunter. It was this is gonna bother me if we don't get it. Do you know what game I'm talking about?
No idea.
Okay, whatever.
More modern, no?
Okay,
I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know.
There's more though. Anyways, there's more. Yeah. But they were all like relatively niche and low budget compared to this one. I think like this maybe not. Maybe it's not a AAA Western game. It didn't cost fucking billions to make, but it's not. It's solidly in the
I know it's
AA range.
And it's under EA. Exactly what I was just about to say. It's EA for fuck's sakes, which is like always cool to see them working, putting money into something that's not just a cash cow and has some, it's nice to see that it's. I mean, they do it under a sub brand, which is fine. It's EA original. Like I'm down.
I don't care.
EA's hilarious, dude. They've gone through so many things. Like, remember they used to have like EA Big and like EA. There's just been so much.
Yeah.
Like, EA Sports, EA Games, EA EA is a funny company, but
fucking guys.
Anyway.
They made a banger here, in my opinion. It's great.
they greenlit a fucking proper Monster Hunter, I guess, clone game. Yeah,
it's better than the thing it's inspired by in both mechanical and aesthetic, slash world building respects. That is, and in its fucking form and its matter, I do think it's just a cut above. Yeah. The only thing, like I said, maybe technologically, it's not as fucking refined as a Capcom product, right? Like.
Yeah, fair enough. Yeah. I mean, that's to kind of be, there's been over 10 fucking Monster Hunter games, and Capcom's been working on fucking this shit forever. And
they're really though at the forefront
new IP,
of,
right? So their
shit looks good these days, buddy. Of all
they
the
have
fucking
a really
people
good
making
engine.
games, like what they're doing, like
the RE engine, I think it's called, is actually fantastic.
It's photo, like it's crazy. Yeah, what you can do with that shit.
They don't fuck around when it comes to that shit. They're same with Square Enix. Like Final Fantasy VII Remake looks like still. It's been 3 years, and that shit to me is like cutting fucking edge.
Good shit.
Like what the fuck looks better than that?
Yeah. So just to say, this doesn't look like those, right? But
Oh no.
it's carried by its art style. I think.
Exactly. Yeah.
It's got a really distinctive art style. It's super Asian, compared to like Monster Hunter, which does have some Japanese and Asian-inspired stuff. I think Rise was a little bit like that.
A little bit more so than World, for sure. It kind of pivoted in that direction, and it seems like Wild Hearts is it just starting that way.
Yeah.
So, cool. I like anime art style stuff, It's...
for sure.
It ages better. It lasts fucking forever. The game will look good in 20 years from now.
It's cool that it even just takes place in Japan. Straight up,
I always like games that have the... like Japanese style setting, right? I've always liked that.
It's cool for sure.
Yeah, I'm excited to jump back in. It's funny because it's sat on my shelf for like a month and a half, maybe, until we actually dove in. But now I'm looking forward to going home and playing some more.
Me too.
Hopefully we'll have more to say about that upcoming.
Yeah, for sure. I'm just about to jump into the second zone now.
Nice.
Excited. I heard that I read a reviewer say that they can't do the game is impossible to play alone, and
challenge accepted. All right, bud.
We'll see.
Like, I wouldn't mind playing co-op if we're on at the same time, so that would be sick. But if you want to solo it just to test it out,
I'm
down
for sure. But
it
doesn't scale apparently. So
no,
it is objectively.
I mean, fuck. If that's how it is, then maybe that's how they wanted to do it.
Bosses seem like, at least at this stage, as long as you're fucking upgraded, like super easy, dude. Smash them. It's no Dark Souls. Like, things can 1 or 2 hit you though. That's for sure.
Yeah. I noticed. I do get fucked up really quickly in a fight. Like they can pretty much 2 or 3 shot me at the beginning of the game. I noticed you have to be on your healing and you have to dodge. You have to avoid getting hit. I mean,
you do.
Sounds obvious, and it is.
Gotta mind your resistances and fucking prepare for the fight adequately too.
Yeah.
I don't think that's a negative thing, because often these fucking features become just like nothing to worry about in most games where the difficulty doesn't demand you fucking indulge in.
Yeah, you eventually gear up and level up enough to probably
steamroll everything,
circumvent everything anyway. Yeah, especially if you like redo certain segments, sort of grind a bit, which is like not too bad in these kinds of games, because let's say you fight a boss 2 times instead of 1. Okay,
I looked up the end game items too, and they look about the same recipe wise. Like, you just need 1 to 4 pieces that probably have a moderate drop rate. So I don't think it's going to be like Monster Hunter World where you need these fucking gems that have like a 2% drop rate.
As long as it's not unnecessarily grindy, then we'll be okay. But
it's a great game, fucking worth checking out. Looking forward to playing it more. We'll come back with more info on it next week.
Absolutely.
Thank you guys very much, and have a good night.